Hey guys, this is Tessa Jeffers with PremierGuitar.com. I am here in Nashville with Zach Irons, the new lead guitarist for Awolnation. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing pretty good. It's a pretty cool looking guitar you got there.
Thank you.
We're going to go through your gear, but first of all, you have kind of an interesting story about how you got into Awolnation. You have your own band, right?
I do.
It's called Irontom.
Yep.
And you guys were opening up for Awolnation, right?
Yes.
And so how long have you been playing lead guitar for them? And how did you get the gig?
For Awolnation, or?
Yes.
I think it's only been a few months, right? Yeah.
It's kind of a big gig.
Yeah, it's a very big jump for me. And like, we were touring with AWOL, and I got a call from Aaron just asking me if I was interested in playing, and I said yes. And I learned all the songs in 4 days, which it was the most intense 4 days maybe of my life, because I didn't eat. I ate a little bit, but not as much as I normally would have. I didn't sleep as much as I normally would have. I just practiced and learned everything the best that I could. We barely had any rehearsals.
Right, and they're not traditional guitar songs really, so it'd be maybe a little harder to learn.
Yeah, I kind of had to adapt to things that like weren't guitar and kind of make them my own, which was exciting and fun, and it was kind of fun to be inside of. You know, I've learned a lot, basically.
So you've been around music your whole life because your dad is Jack Irons, right? I had to tell people that. Okay, so is this your number one? This
is my main for live. It's a Japanese Strat. I have a butterfly sticker on the back.
Is that for good luck? Or does that help you play better?
I don't know. It just looks cool, I think. I did all this stuff. It's fingernail polish. I felt like
Did you just get inspired?
Something. Yeah.
It looks pretty good.
Yeah. But yeah, it's good. I actually just, this guitar was kind of like a cheap guitar, and I saw it online and I never tried it, and my grandma bought it for me.
Wow. How long have you had it?
I think probably 3 years or something.
Nice.
But it's not my main. I have an older Strat that's my main guitar that I don't take on the road.
Okay.
I care about it too much. But.
You're playing lefty?
Yes.
Or are you a left?
I'm not left-handed.
But you're playing guitar?
I play guitar left-handed.
Why?
I don't know. I just picked it up like that when I was young, and it seemed to make, for some reason, it seemed to make more sense. I was a drummer first, so timing was always like a natural thing for me, but this to me was weird, like finding notes and chords and stuff like that. So this is what seemed like I needed to really focus on, and this hand is my dominant hand, so it just made more sense. This just happened.
Very interesting.
You know?
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you have particular strings that you like to use?
Yeah, we use 10s, Ernie Ball 10s. I like those.
Tunings?
It's pretty much standard tuning. Like, we tune down. We have a song where we tune down a half step in the show, in which I use a different guitar.
Is it on the new album?
It is.
Run?
It's on Run. It's I Am. It's the song we tune down for.
But no acoustic playing on this tour?
No, we do. I don't know, not this run, but we do some acoustic stuff. Like, we'll do some stripped down stuff. I don't actually use an acoustic guitar.
Right.
I plug into like a small amp and we just go clean. So it's kind of acoustic, you know.
Okay. Yeah. So you're using two guitars, and are you keeping them both standard, and then just on that one song you'll tune down?
I'm actually just really using this guitar.
Oh, okay.
And then in that song I use the other one.
Cool. Should we talk about the other guitar you have?
Sure.
Cool. All right, so G&L?
Yeah, this is a G&L ASAT Classic. I got this, I've had this one for a long time. I didn't use it for like years. I didn't use it because I got into Strats, and I really just didn't. I used to have different pickups in it, and I got it all modified to now where I like it. And you know, the amps, I'm used to using real like Marshall amps, and in this band we use Kempers, which are really great and really they're adaptable to, like, this guitar sounds great through a Kemper. On my amp, on my own personal like big amps that I use, switching guitars makes a way bigger difference than on the Kemper, where
it doesn't.
It just, most things sound pretty consistent and good, you know.
Do you know what pickups that you modded the guitar with?
I know this is like a Lipstick 50 something reissue, and this was already in there, so it was just this one. It used to be a humbucker, and this used to be a pearl pickguard, which I liked, but it's gone.
It looks new.
Yeah, I don't like that though.
No?
Not really.
Maybe you should start playing it a little more, you know?
I think you're right.
Okay, Zach, so this is your pedal board, and your tech Jovan Clay built this for you, right?
Yep.
If you want to go through your chain, or you can start with whatever pedal you want, it's up to you.
Well, we start here, and this is the Kemper foot switch. The Kempers are my amps that I use, and so this just triggers different profiles
Okay.
in the Kemper, different sounds and stuff. Like this is a boost, this is clean, dirty. That's actually all I have. The Kempers can do so much more than that, but I'm still adapting to using them, so I'm going for the basic thing right now.
Okay.
But from there, this is Boss DS2 Turbo Distortion. I use that for mainly like just the heaviest tones, the most brutal thing you could imagine is what I do with that.
So like on the heavy songs like Hollow Moon and Run?
Actually, Hollow Moon I use this.
Ooh,
but
okay.
Run I use every distortion pedal that is possibly
you
on.
just turn them all on?
Yeah. Pretty much actually.
Was that fun to play? Is it hard?
It's the best.
It's the best?
Yeah, I love playing that one.
Cool. I like that song a lot.
Yeah, it's great.
How do you use your Strymon timeline?
I use it for mostly like, you know, like a cloud raining dust onto like a princess's house. Yeah. No, I don't know. Just the weirdest tones, you know, weird out there, kind of cool, warbly, more sounds that people don't know what they're hearing.
When you want to get weird?
Yes, exactly.
Do you have a lot of freedom to do that?
Actually, I do. But I know the songs so well, and I really am respect the record, so I stay inside of what the songs need best with adding my own ideas and stuff. Like I would never want to take away from how great that the songs are by overdoing things for my own sake. I just like to bring out certain things that I feel live, you know.
Cool.
This is the Pog. I use it really, it can do a lot of things, but I use it for only low octave. So like in Run, when I turn on every distortion pedal on here, I also have that on, so it's not only like disgusting, it's also fat. You know?
Yes.
Yeah, so this is really cool. These are both just the digital delay Boss pedals that I use for. This is like a slapback delay, and this is like a feedback. So you turn it on and it just goes indefinitely until I turn it off. Tremolo pedal, Boss, which I sometimes use for certain things, but rarely, but just for fun. And this is a Big Muff, which I use. It's kind of like this one. It's just a little creamier and not as loud, and can be a little bit more controlled sometimes.
So Drew Stewart was with Awolnation before.
Yeah.
Did you kind of talk to him and see like what kind of pedals he was using, and then kind of add your own flavor, or did you just totally build your own board?
No, we just kind of took his model and morphed it into mine, because he already had so many good pedals that I liked a lot, and we just sort of built around what he was doing, kind of, and it sort of just morphed into mine.
Okay.
But a lot of these he used, like this and these. But I mean, I like in my band, my pedal board is a joke. The size is
It's a joke.
It's a joke. It's too big.
Really?
Yeah. I was using.
So you're a pedal guy. You like?
I went through a phase of being an addict, where now I'm not even care about pedals anymore, just because I went through being such an obsessive.
So what's your favorite pedal that's not on this board?
I like this Boss Chorus Ensemble pedal. It's like an old vintage chorus pedal, stereo chorus pedal that I love. It's just so big. You know, there's so many big pedals that I like that are just unreasonably big, you know. There's this Ibanez wah pedal that I love. I just like to make sounds that don't even sound like a guitar, if I can, you know, just the
Awolnation is a good band for
exactly. Yeah, I'm lucky to have that.
Well, awesome. Okay, Zach, so you mentioned your Kemper amp that you're using, but you also mentioned that you're used to using real amps as well. So you could just talk a little bit about how you use your Kemper now and what amps you want to model.
Well, with the Kempers, since I'm so used to using real amps. We kind of went with the real amp approach. Like we use Fender Bassman. We model Fender Bassmans through the Kemper. So like all my profiles are Fender Bassman sounds. Like one's heavier, one is cleaner, one's in between. And that's basically all that I'm doing on the Kemper right now. We've recently talked about adding some more stuff just because I'm finally getting used to using a digital amp like this.
Nice.
You know.
So what percentage would you say it's either dirty or clean?
A lot of the time I'm actually clean and I'm boosting it up through other pedals.
Gotcha.
But then again, it's dirty a lot too. I don't know, you know.
I almost said that's what she said, but I said it. So, did you say that you played Fender Bassmans before? And
I have
alone.
I have played Fender Bassmans before.
A very fitting amp for like the sounds, the tones on the new album, on the Run album.
Yeah, it's a great. I mean, Fender Bassmans are great. I used to have an actual one back in the day that I remember loving, and then the guy that he took it back. So it wasn't actually mine, but yeah, I use Marshalls actually just because they're the loudest thing, and that's fun for me.
Yeah, cool.
But and the Kemper, the Bassman is what sounded the best. It sounded the warmest and the just. It had the best of like the rich, warm, creamy thing that I love about amps, and it sounds very good. It's like at first I was kind of like afraid to use the Kemper when I heard about it, and then when I got used to it now I realized that it's so reliable, and they do such a good job of recreating that just warm thing if that's what you want, you know. And I'd like to get more into it, and because you could have so many different banks and hundreds of different sounds.
You're just on the tip of the iceberg?
Yeah.
Well, speaking of that, like you're just using your one guitar.
Yeah.
Do you think you'll add more to your artillery?
I could.
Anything you have your eye on?
I could, yeah. I mean, like I bought a Les Paul-ish guitar in Europe when we went there, and it's not actually a Gibson.
When you say Les Paul, I was going to say, so it's a style.
It's exactly. It looks like it, feels like it, sounds like it, but it's not actually Gibson. But it's really good.
What is it?
It's a vintage. It's not vintage. Actually, it might be. I don't know.
The name of the company?
The brand is vintage. Okay. It's cool, like, because then, you know, like my mom, she sees it and goes like, oh, you got a vintage guitar. And I'm like, I don't know. I don't think so. That's what it's called.
Is your mom musical?
She is. She actually is, yeah. I mean, she's just been
sense.
in a house of musicians, so she could sing a lot better than my dad. I know that.
All right, Zach, thank you so much for all of your time. Welcome. I'm excited to see the show. Have fun on the road. This is Tessa Jeffers for PremierGuitar.com.
Don't forget to sign up for PG Perks, your all-access pass to exclusive gear giveaways and discounts on PremierGuitar.com.